Your favourite Clonakilty food produce is widely available in the UK. Now, stockists include selected branches of Asda, Budgeons, Morrisons and Sainsbury's, together with independent shops. Online retailers are Ocado and YourIrishShop.com. Still a family-run business that focuses on taste and quality. Items from the Clonakilty collection are breakfast favourites, but also great ingredients for quick lunches or dinners. I'm delighted award-winning chef Dublin's Haugh, who has her own restaurant, Myrtle, in Chelsea, will share one of her signature recipes now, Clonakilty pork meatballs. Anna, you're very welcome. I'll recap later on the show, but kindly run us through the ingredients people will need to try your recipe in their own kitchens and the method. Can you take us on a step-by-step, including when to shape the mix into meatballs for the likes of us?
So I've chosen this recipe because it's really simple, it's the kind of recipe that it's a guideline. So if there's a certain element of the recipe that you don't like, you can kind of, chop or change it to something that you do like. So I've kept it very simple. So you can use pork mince with your Clonakilty black pudding, or if you like, you could use beef mince or lamb mince. Clonakilty is actually a beef-based black pudding, so it goes really well with beef mince as well. But you could use turkey mince, which is obviously the leanest and healthiest kind of mince you can nearly buy, so that can be a good alternative as well. I also have some chopped rosemary through the meatballs. So some people don't like rosemary, so thyme is a nice alternative. Spring onions in there is also quite good. Or if you feel that way, you don't even have to add in the herb. It still would be delicious. And then for the sauce is very, very simple. It's a few cloves of garlic and tomato paste. And that's it really. They're very simple ingredients. So usually I would mix the mince and the pork together, and I'd add a little bit of egg yolk and the herbs. And I don't really shape the balls. What I tend to do is I take a spoon, and I like maybe a teaspoon size, and I would spoon up the mix and then just push it off with my finger. So it kind of creates a misshapen meatball, and it makes it super fast, like really quick. None of this kind of rolling it around in your hands. You don't need to pre-do it. Obviously, because I'm a chef, I pre-do it. I don't pre-do it. I flick it very quickly into the hot pan, but probably not advised for a home cook. And once you're ready with your kind of misshapen meatballs, I would heat up a pan with a little bit of oil, pop in my garlic, pop in the meatballs, caramelize them on one side, and then turn them over, and then I would add my tomatoes, bring it up to the boil, maybe like simmer for about 5 minutes, and your meatballs are done. So that goes really delicious with some maybe linguine pasta, or your favorite shaped pasta is fine. But it also goes really nice, which sounds a bit strange, but it goes really, really nice with roast potato.
Excellent. Now, Anna, this recipe seems very much in keeping with your emphasis on good seasonal produce, and it features quality Irish foodstuffs. Now, we have busy lives, and it's great you've come up with something affordable where ingredients are readily available and it isn't complicated. How many will that serve?
It should serve, I think, well, it's all about the size of your frying pan, but that should be enough for, I think, 4 people. Like a generous size 4 people, I think.
Lovely. Now, great guidelines, Anna. I'll give out the ingredients and the recipe again towards the end of the show. It'll also be available on my Facebook and on YouTube, Irish Radio with Jerry Byrne, as soon as we go off air. So, dinner sorted, Anna. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Irish Radio, it is great to have you along. Earlier on, award-winning chef Anna Haugh joined me. Here's the recipe she provided for Clonakilty meatballs. It serves 4 people, so adjust quantities if you have more or less people to serve. For the meatballs, you'll need 450 grams or 1 pound of Clonakilty sausages, a small quantity of Clonakilty black pudding, 5 spring onions, sliced, some herbs, either 3 teaspoons of chopped fresh rosemary or 2 teaspoons of dried rosemary, or if you prefer thyme, cracked black pepper also. Now for the sauce, 2 400-gram cans of chopped tomatoes, that's 2 14-ounce cans, 3 teaspoons of sugar, 3 cloves of garlic, 3 sprigs of rosemary, 1 teaspoon of salt, and fresh black pepper, accompanied with 250 grams of linguine pasta, or indeed your favourite shaped pasta, that's just over half a pound. As an alternative, Anna suggested you can serve up with roast potatoes, also delicious. To garnish, use Parmesan cheese and parsley. The method is run a knife down the Clonakilty pork sausages and peel away the skin. You may choose to add in some Clonakilty black pudding to get the flavour of their unique spice. In a bowl, mix the chopped rosemary or thyme with the sliced scallions. Combine all ingredients. Scoop up the mix using a teaspoon and push off with your finger. Anna keeps it casual for speed. She says it's no harm to have misshapen meatballs. Transfer these to a large frying pan on a low heat. Now, once the meatballs are brown on one side, turn over. Add your garlic cloves cut in half. Then with tinned tomatoes, rosemary sprigs, salt, sugar and fresh cracked black pepper. And just a wee tip from Anna, black pepper works as a great way to give spice and heat to a meal. Now, if you want to add in some extra heat, include a half a teaspoon of cracked black pepper from the very beginning of making the sauce. Simmer for 10 minutes. Serve with boiled linguine pasta or pasta of your favourite shape, tossed in some olive oil. Garnish with freshly chopped parsley. An alternative to pasta or roast potatoes, also delicious. Enjoy!